Hello friends, I'm Chandran Iyer, editor and publisher of Corporate Tycoons magazine. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we interview business leaders and visionaries to find out the secret of the success. I have with me Mr Bharat Daga, who is the executive director of BNI. Friends, this is an unusual interview in unusual times in view of COVID-19. Welcome to Corporate Tycoons, Mr Daga.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Chandran. As always, it's a pleasure speaking to you, and you make me think again and again. Thank you.
Mr Daga, the fundamental philosophy of BNI rests on networking and business connect. But this is an era of social distance. How big is the setback for BNI?
You are right, Chandran. BNI is all about networking. But networking doesn't mean that you have to do it only when you're close to each other. In fact, BNI is even more important for business owners right now. And just to put it on record, that all our 270,000 members worldwide are still meeting. They've just gone on to online meetings, and all of them are meeting on a weekly basis, even more. In fact, they are more in touch with each other because they are meeting more often, because it's possible to do so in this lockdown. And what is the result of that? Well, in the month of April itself, BNI worldwide did business almost nearly about $1 billion. And that was done through about 730,000 referrals being passed. Well, that's worldwide. What about our Pune only? Our Pune regions only have done more than 28 crores of business in the month of April when it was a lockdown. People were still helping each other, and close to 2,900 connections or referrals, as you called it, they were passed between our members. Business owners don't stop. They just find a way. And BNI just helped them find another way because they were together as one.
What changes can we see in BNI in the post-COVID-19 era?
What changes can we see? Well, let me just tell you that one I've already spoken about. All our meetings currently are 100% online. There's no face-to-face interactions allowed. Our trainings have gone online. Our socials, mixing with each other, having fun with each other has gone online. It's amazing. They say that all innovation comes because of inspiration. But more often than not, if you go through history, most innovations came at the time of desperation. Now, are these desperate times? Maybe, maybe not. But it was a time where we knew we could not do what we were doing. And so BNI invented something new, or rather shifted to something which was possible, which was meeting online. But you know what? This has opened new doors. And when I spoke about business in my last answer, why did I have a smile on my face is because we knew that, our motto was local business, global network. And we were trying to do that in different ways, but the world has just become smaller. Because now online, people can meet each other internationally, nationally. We've had our members meet other members nationally, and they are looking to collaborate with BNI members. And that's why post-COVID, we are going to see more collaborations happen between BNI members nationally, more collaborations internationally, which will lead to the ease of expansion of business. Anybody who's got a product or service at which they are a master at, they specialize at, will soon find that the world is their place where they can expand. The world is the place that they can work with. We're looking for business owners who can work like this because the excitement is just going to begin now. We found the new way of getting more value to your BNI memberships.
What is the attrition rate in BNI post-COVID-19?
That's an interesting question. But you know what? In that question, I always like to think of it in one way, Earlier there was, before Christ, Anno Domini, two periods. So right now, if you convert it to that, there's a period which would be before Corona, during Corona. So BC, during Corona, DC, and after Corona, AC. And which period are we talking of in attrition is the important question. Because if you're asking a question of during the Corona period, Well, we are seeing that it's the same normal rate. In fact, more members are seeing the value of why a community is important to stay together. People stay in communities like BNI, business communities like BNI, not only for the referrals for business or direct sales, but basically it's for all networking is for information, for support, and then for referrals. Referrals can be for also if I have business, I need someone to help me with it. It could also mean referrals for collaborating so that we can do business together. And of course, referrals for sale is the common parlance people think it as. But information and support has become more important during this period, and members are realizing that. If you ask me, during this period, our attrition rate, actually we don't even call it attrition, we call it retention. How many people stay back? Attrition is a very employee oriented term. People don't leave us. People take breaks and also come back. So nobody leaves us. And even if they've left BNI as a member, they are alumni, like you are, sir, also, and you'll always be connected with us, always. So nobody leaves BNI. BNI doesn't leave anybody for sure, And so if you look at it after this period, if you ask me, more members will realize the value of people who had networks, who could build their business together because of the relationships that they had. People who invest in relationships right now so that they can build strong networks are the people who are going to be at the end of the funnel when the demand starts opening up. Each one of us has demands. Like me, all of you must have realized I need this change, I need to do this kind of this, I need to buy this, and I don't have the opportunity to do it right now. And I know this might be slightly longer as an answer, but this is important because I need to explain that, people right now who take the action to build their networks and their relationships are going to make sure that the funnel behaves in the manner that all the demand which might open up after this period will be funneled towards them. Networking is doing things right now to get the benefits in future. And that's exactly what's happening even in BNI right now for the people who have understood this. So Mr. Chandran, last year our members did about 764 crores of business between each other. That's what the business chain turned out from referrals. This year, we all know the situation of what business we do will depend on how the government policies and how the situation pans out. It's all going to be on how the lockdown opens up, whom does it open up for, how many businesses would actually start doing business or would have to wait to do business. But honestly, if you ask me, I am all geared up and our members are all looking forward to developing their business through referrals because they're making the connections right now. So when the demand opens up, they would be able to supply what they are doing. And that means that we expect that our business should remain the same as last year in spite of all circumstances. Let me just tell you, in China, the last month they've done in BNI the biggest business ever for a month. New situations bring new opportunities which business owners are best at applying. And all they need is a connection so that they can start making business through that. That's what we are counting on. Our members are going to show us the way.
Thank you for being on my show, Mr. Daga. It was a pleasure talking to you.